And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Songs of Six. We got our humidity on the other side of the river beginning at this point. I'm going to try to stay away from doing quite as much fishing as we've done in previous runs, but fishing does cost a lot less wood than our bounty crawlers. The bounty crawlers are one-off costs. The fisheries we do have to maintain, so they're going to ongoing wood upkeep, but they're cheaper initial cost to build, and as a side effect, build a little faster. Oh, I actually need need all these guys to get the pump water going. Need a bit more in the pumps. Yeah, it's a dry area over there. Apparently we had enough moisture that I didn't really need it. But it's fine. Okay, so that janitor is in. Get the warehouse in. I'm going to readjust this one. This one's mostly going to be fish storage for the moment. I'll also set it to get stone and wood, and well, actually, tell it to get wood because in theory we don't need any stone maintenance over here. Although probably should have it get stone as well because we'll have stone over here eventually. And then we'll put a get order. This is where our wood is coming in from. That's where it should be stored, so I have a get order on you. That's where the stone should be stored, so I'll have a get order on you. That way that there's always some wood and stone here. But put a reasonably high pull limit. If the wood stockpile over that location is not over 50%, don't pull. Same thing with the stone. If the stone is not over 50%, don't pull. And then we'll start thinking about fisheries. So we're going to build another one of you. Set the speed down for this. We're going to start from the top and then run it as far south as it'll go. I was hoping it would run out before we got that far. Yeah, okay. We'll wait until that one is cleared. And that'll be the fishery, the next fishery. Or people do also like fish. They're simple like that. They want meat and fish. So, riding some fish will help keep the food preferences up. The warehouse is going to get stored into right there. We don't need this to be the biggest of food stockpiles. or fish stockpiles, because it's right next to the warehouse that's gonna go in. Okay, put it a little farther up. Auxiliaries, not storage. Here we go. 21 production, 15 fishermen, 62 storage, 166 wood is what it costs to build. Let's get a building. And then that's worth bringing another 20 in. Oops. Support. Yep, another good fishery there. We'll find some more food. Yeah, thinking from a noble standpoint, we're going to have one on fish, one on fatty crawlers, probably one on cut stone and stone. Probably should do one in clay. And obviously one in government at least. So I've got already the first 5 nobles, got assignments for them. We just need to get to that tier, which is more people, more services, more food. Yeah, I'm not making enough food to feed these people unless the fishery's in, so I should probably get the fishery in. It's probably time to get another food stall, so let's get one over here, across the river. Let's get one over here, because I think these guys are probably going to want one as well. Or that might actually be a little close to the first one, but oh well. Oh, do our services reach that far? The hearth, the well. Should probably hearth and well again over there. Okay. Yeah. Hearth well speaker. And they probably want a toilet. The stage has pretty good coverage range, although even it doesn't make it across the river. We only got 80 people most over there for the moment, so we're going to hold off on the second stage. Soldiers and recruits are up to 60. Ah, yes, we can see government is going up from all the enslavering. All the slavery. We don't have an arena yet for our people to fight and die in, so our people are less appeased from that. Burial is looking good. Army's going up. Melee training's going up. Heat is going up. And some of these were low, but in theory, when we get them built across the river, they'll go up a little bit. You know, in the short run, I'm going to let them have the clothes, and I'll take it away when we go on campaign. And I should get a market up if I'm going to be doing that. We'll get markets up if I'm doing that. That's distribution, market. Eventually they'll be distributing the clay and the stone as well. And I might be tempted to actually do stone and clay with the Garthimi, because they're both good miners, and those are really cheap basic resources. And we're planning on running nobles on both. Gonna use let's go up another 10. Gonna have odd jobbers. There we go. So we see that service need going up. And clothing need going up. And yeah, in theory we've got enough clothing production we can sustain that. At least when we're not on campaign. Probably ready for the next fishery to come in. Let's do the next one. Don't want to do that island. Or don't want to do that little bit of shallow in the middle. It's too small to put an island in. And it's not connected to the shore. Yep, make that the storage. Still reasonably close to the food storage, so we're not going to make it, or the warehouse we want it stored in, so we're not going to make it too big. There we go. Oh, there. 17 fishermen can work there. We'll let those 17 fishermen come... Well, what, 20 more come in while we're building it. That gets us up to 400. That gets us the ability to build embassies, more innovation, more knowledge. Righto. I have some ideas where we want to use that innovation. Blood sports, fight pits. Could make the training grounds train faster, so we get ready for war faster, but I'm not going to. Make the food production better, I think, with the last 10. Yeah, I'll hold the last 10 for the moment. And then we got 25 innovation. Schools didn't cost paper. I'd be tempted to do schools. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to use the innovation yet. Placatas if we were doing metal, but we're not. I'm not going to be wanting the innovation. The problem is that I think I want that's 20. Yeah, not a thing that I want that's 20. If I need more food, we can do the food option. And then yeah, fight pit was the other thing. Let's start the blood sport. Fight pit. People do like a good fight. And we'll put it over here so it's near the graveyards. And what is the ratio that our people want people dying in fight pit by? 12%. I want 12% being in the fight pit, 12% being enslaved. So I'll do 20% for the fight pit. Just because it's got to go in increments. Well, it actually goes in increments of 5, but we'll go 20%. We now employ over 50 in our fisheries. Yeah, should see people getting access to their fight pit. Actually should improve. Does that have enough range? I know the fight pit has a pretty big range. To get across the river. No, so at some point we want to build another one on the other side of the river. Especially if we notice people getting exiled. Now, what to do next? I'm not getting what I expected on the leather armor. The tailor. Yeah, it's workload, so it's a shortage of leather. The leather's in the right spot when it's available, but there's not enough leather. Okay. A couple different ways to work around that. One is I can come down here and spend innovation improving the hunter. 5 for 5. Sure. Grab that one, and that one. Call it good for the moment. That'll boost meat production, fish production, and leather production. Mostly food. The rains have stopped. Good thing none of our stuff needs rains. Don't think our pastures get hit with rain. No drought on there. I don't think the fisheries usually don't get hit with drought. Yeah, no drought modifier on there. Let's go ahead and get another 10 in and get started on this clay pit. Because our people are bad at laboratories, there's definitely an argument to be running the clay modifier in the labs, just so that we can minimize the guys we have in the laboratories. And we're also really good at mining clay, so might as well lean into our strengths, not our weaknesses. Conversely, when you have humans, you probably have the humans work the labs and don't do clay pits, but... we had enough to get this assembled. We did. I'm gonna have to turn this down because it's gonna be way more than we need. Although I say way more than we do probably want quite a bit of it. Okay, so not 150 of it working right away. Like 10. 18 a day, I think is a good start. Oh, and I need a warehouse somewhere to store some grain. Or store some clay. Yeah, we'll pay the furniture to upgrade this one. Give us a little bit extra clay storage nearby. So I can come and do the same. No, we'll leave that one as is. Yep, collect a little bit of clay. Oh, that's what I've been forgetting. We have markets. You know what the markets don't need to be storing? Fish. Leather. Livestock, clothing. Oh, actually, clothing they want to store. No wood, no gems, no pots, no clothing. Put those away. I was wondering where all the clay was going. Like, you know, I feel like it's been a day. I should have like 20 clay. Where was it going? Into the markets. At some point, we'll want it at the markets. Oh, I don't need furniture here either. Furniture back. Clay will probably turn on at some point, but I've got other things we want and the clay to go to first. Most notably in decorations, it's humidifier time. Okay, over queuing things to consume clay as we produce it. But let's get that built. And then the next thing after that is actually probably improving the roads. Yeah, if you're wondering what a humidifier is, it's this thing, whatever this thing is. It's like a belching mushroom thing. Humidifier is a disgusting thing to most races of 6. Is some form of a mix between an animal and a mushroom that releases a moist stench into its surroundings. Three-quarters of the races in the game do not appreciate its existence. Those that do really appreciate it. Probably bring another 10 in. And then... in fact, technically I'm making, like, 50 surplus food. Probably bring enough 20 in. But 10 more in the mine. In the clay mine. And the army continues to strengthen. Got 71 fully trained troops. That left his knowledge to spend. Bits of scale. Blair von Dragmengember. Bits of Bladewing. So we're out in the place where we're gonna lots and lots of havens for the Argonage. So in the right circumstances, we'll be getting them in the town as well. I think the requirements are fairly reasonable. No occupation requirements. Very minimalist service needs. They do appreciate the flight pit, the hearth, the basics. I appreciate that humidifier. Really appreciate slaves. Although, that appreciate not being slaves. They would prefer not to be enslaved. And presumably submission's well under control. It is. Start stockpile clay. What is the humidifier distribution looking like? Could be better. Guarantee that some around the houses, because I've got to sleep every once in a while. Oh, got none by those houses. Let's get some more by those houses as well. And yeah, extra fulfillment. So the next thing to do after that would be expand food production probably again. Although, me suggesting we're still probably pretty good on food. I could probably put some more people in town without having to worry about food. We need more housing, of course, which then probably means I want more humidifiers. Okay, otherwise the city is reasonably stable. I technically have some homeless. Um, but yeah, not much to talk about right now. We're waiting for clay to come out and be assembled into humidifiers. After which we're looking about roads. I could technically put more housing together. But then the next thing we should be moving on to is more food production, I think, not more clay mining. Yeah, let me get another bit of housing. Say over here. And of course, this unit of housing is going to want its own humidifiers. And then we'll work with another Baticola breeder over here. And leave some space for roads on both sides. Looking at things like that. I just need to put a couple culverts down to jump the gap. And then, yeah, that's going to want like 14, 15 people to work it. So let's just let another 20 in to do that. Get it constructed and then to work it when it's built. Don't know why there's no house in that hole, but put one in that hole, please. Press cut stone is still reasonably holding steady. What did I set for the... Well, presumably we haven't hit it because it's still exporting, right? Set it for 90. So the export price will never drop below 90. Although if we ever hit 90, then that means I'm at the point where I need to either produce less of it or start using it in the town, probably. How's the humidifiers looking? Government has dropped. Its government dropped. Guess it's the city just growing and not having any new sources of punishment. There was a theft, but we didn't successfully punish them. Guess that's just it. Our current arrest rate has apparently been 0. Maybe the crimes are across the street, or across the stream, across the street. It's a little bit more than a street. Now that I think about it, yeah. Let's put a hard post over there. Oh, and what are the humidifiers up to? Got distracted. Only 10%. Takes a lot more coverage of humidifiers than I would think. Granted, it's the replacement for all the other decorations, right? So they really want humidifiers. Okay, I think with that, hopefully that's enough coverage. That's not enough coverage. We're getting in the situation where it's like, well, they want it in their work site, and it's hard to reach into a work site and put it there. At that point, I think I'm better off improving the roads next, if that's not enough to get full coverage. I don't have enough water in the system to charge the plumbing the whole way. Mild weather, that's nice. Looks like I probably want another 9. The pump here should probably do it. Humidifier is going up. You only need 33% access to cap it out. Of course, it doesn't seem to be going up much. No, we'll hold off on that and do more road improvements. Because we've got sections of the city that don't have roads, and I think it's time to move over to fungal roads if I can afford the clay. I guess the game assumes that you have them overlapping. More than I'm doing. Get them to 33%. Waiting more wood for this baddie crawler to finish. We got the people in the town already to work it when they get when it's done. And apparently full of meat. I need more meat storage. Yeah, I'm gonna copy and paste this one, and I'm going to take everything out except for the meat in the recipe, or in the storage settings. I haven't played around with the tourism. We might want to in this city. I think this is type of others, not generically others is liked. So, like, I'm getting full bonus from others, not because I have others, but because there are others in the cities that just don't have a complaint about. That's the way I think that works. I'm trying to check if our guys get pissed off about tourists. I suspect the answer is yes. I suspect others would be where we'd actually get hit if it was the wrong type of tourist. Or they'd appreciate more cannibalism. But apparently not enough people are dying to be cannibalized. Yeah, we had someone killed in the arena. That helped. With law and order. Okay, animals haven't all been delivered, and obviously if they haven't been delivered, they're not of age. Okay, no grain there, no wood there. You're mostly going to be there for meat. I will put one storage of livestock. Other than more roads, probably the next thing to do is make more furniture. Maybe potentially make a significantly larger furniture maker and condense all the lesser ones into the bigger one. Okay, because right now we've got 18 in small little one-off 6s, and before obviously that's making our spears. Let's turn the speed down, and I'll probably finish this stream up by making that carpenter that I'm thinking of. Carpenter? Looking at something shaped like that. It's the same workbench as that type? Yeah. That means I can probably basically duplicate the shape. And it'll work. As a round building as well. Okay. One wider than that. Again, that was an acceptable place for that to be deleted. Okay. And then we work on this one. Pop into this one. And yeah, that works. Just gonna put some doors in, we'll call it good. Yep. That works. 36 employees. So when it's done, I don't need the 3 other carpenters, and that still employs another 20 carpenters than we had before, which will very lower our production. Although I might... No, that should be enough. I should be able to disassemble the other carpenters that are making furniture. At some point, we may want to design an even bigger, but for the moment, that's an improvement. And at some point I might want to move from being a net importer of furniture to a net exporter of furniture. Because furniture is expensive. Wood is cheap. Oh, my carpenters are not even a very efficient use of space either. Oof. Yeah, backfill them with something else. Yeah, that's a much more efficient use of space, and it's still a circle. Still round by this game's definition of round. Okay, so that's going to obviously be another 20 jobs, even if we destroy the old ones. So let's bring another 30 in. Let's go with 480. Hopefully I got the food sitting around. We got 21 days of food, stockpiled foods. Should have the food sitting around. Yep, there we go. Let it higher up. That's like the odd job or negative, and we'll see. Not making as much as I would like. Oh, we're also being thrown a little bit like wood, so I gotta wait until we get wood input. And stockpile also help a bit. We now employ 50 carpenters. I might keep the old ones for a little while, just because I think I want the actual net production of furniture. Because at some point we'll be wanting it for improving our services. The base level services don't really use it, but the upgrades use quite a bit. Along with cut stone and pottery, and we're not even extracting pot or making pottery yet. So you got a hospital, a non-existent hospital. So the cannibal shop will actually make some meat. Slaver! If only I had some money. And I'm not selling my slaves. Not selling my slaves yet. Oh, I guess they got put in the graveyard instead of, you know. shipped off the cannibal. I've got a cannibal thing going ready for cannibalism, and we're not getting any. No cannibal meats apparently being prepared here. Okay, in theory that's saving us a bunch of money. Once we get back up to full furniture stockpile, in theory the furniture should continue to go up on its own own accord. And then we won't need more. In theory I don't need to import furniture anymore, although I definitely need to import wood. Definitely need to import wood. This is the thing that makes this map not good for wood is that there is not any of the right soil type. We got rich, we got till, I got no alluvium. Alluvium is the tree soil, and we got no tree soil. No tree soil. Are they fully adult yet? No. So we're gonna get a lot more food of that when that's up to snuff. System's properly hydrated, yeah. Would probably make sense to increase the metal import a little bit. Because, to be fair, it's not an import rate, it's an import target. So raising the import target so we store enough that I could upgrade that in the future would probably be a good place to be. And yeah, I think this is where we should put the part break in. Money's all over the place. We get money, we spend money. We get money, we spend money. We're getting a pretty reliable income in the form of selling thousands of denarii worth of cut stone. So the cut stone was definitely the right trade good to pick. We've been making good bank off of it. Why does it look like I'm getting? Oh no, I'm getting money from livestock. I'm exporting livestock. That's what that math is saying. Yeah. So metal's pretty stable good. Every once in a while we export some livestock, and we're exporting cut stone, and hopefully no longer importing furniture in the future. Furniture is expensive. We'd rather import wood and turn it into furniture. Hopefully. Hopefully that'll be how we get that to work. And yeah, these are the 5 goods we're trading. Nice background profit coming off of the cut stone. And you can see it's mostly going into wood. We're actually buying a lot of wood. Because basically most of the expansion is coming the cost of wood. Building a lot of stuff costs wood. Even though the building exterior is mud brick and thus free, the interior is usually made of something involving wood. We can get tourists. I'm gonna preset the tourists here. We're not getting them yet. Our people don't mind tilapia, weirdly. And obviously they presumably don't mind themselves, so we'll let themselves in, let the tilapia in. And then they got certain things they want to see. Fisheries, stone mines, so they are where they are. I mean, those guys are not going to be happy, because the only thing they can see that they want to see is hunter. And then in here, we've got knowledge we could spend. Although I think what's going on in here is the knowledge really wants to be spent healthcare, medicine. So until we pick up enough to get toilets, improved toilets, we're not going to spend any knowledge. And then status, next one. So if we get another 200 people in, we get our nobles. And that's actually probably our target. We want to hit 200 as our army. I'll pause here because this is where we're going to close. As our army hits 200, I would like to hit the 650 mark so we can get our nobles for, well, governing the things we take over, as well as improving food and fish production. And then out on the map, we're probably nearing the place where I want to break the trade agreement with these guys. Because these are the guys we're going to attack. 166 garrison, an army of 34. So our 200 men properly equipped under my command will probably defeat them. These guys have 2 territories. One of them's over 200, and they have a bigger army. So we would need more to fight these guys. At some point, we probably will have that army and probably will fight them, but that's farther down the line. At some point, we want to invade those guys, although we gotta invade those guys first. That'll probably be target number 2. We'll probably go from these guys into these guys. And then we'll be back in Land of the Peace, because that's a big, scary neighbor. Although they're mostly ruling over desert land, so their territories aren't necessarily super heavily garrisoned. They're Cretonians, so they're going to be not appreciating what we're going to be doing when we take stuff over, but yeah, I don't think our neighbors are going to appreciate what we're going to do when we go on the warpath, but actually, these guys might, but that's the future. That's not now. If you're watching on YouTube, if everything goes according to plan, there'll be a part up tomorrow. It's not going to be recorded today, but there will be a part up tomorrow. Let me Alt-Tab out so I can check the schedule. So I can go over what is going to be recorded over the next couple days. If you're watching this on YouTube, because I am recording ahead in preparation for breaks when I won't be able to record, all of this should have been streamed already. So if you can't wait for it to come up over the next couple days, you can sneak over to Twitch and watch the Twitch VODs. If everything goes according to plan, it should be uploaded and released on YouTube in 60 frames per second in 1080p before it comes down off of Twitch in the Twitch VOD form. But today, with Songs of Six, we started that new city time, and it's time to be evil because we're doing slavery. That was today. Tomorrow, we're going Endless Legends. I've decided we're doing Endless Legends. I decided that before I figured out that the wedding is actually a month later than I thought it was, but we're doing Endless Legends. I think we're gonna go to do... I'm deciding between a Dust Victory or... probably Dust Victory. Probably gonna try to do Dust Victory. I think we're gonna try to do the Nomads. And probably not play them nomadically, but the Nomads. So that's gonna be tomorrow. We're gonna do Endless Legends tomorrow. On Saturday, we're going to do Shadow Empire, and then we will be back to playing this on Sunday. So that's the upcoming schedule for the next 3 days. I hope everyone has been enjoying, whether you're watching this on YouTube or on Twitch. If you're watching this on Twitch and you want to comment, or want me to respond to a comment, now is probably your last call to put comments in so I can respond to them as I do the outro here and save the game. So until next time, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and or stream, and bye for now.